Hey everybody, Neil here. Just a quick update video. I just got in the something from SBU, so I wanted to share that with everybody and just talk through it a little bit. All right, so we just received this from my good buddies at SBU, and this is the replacement battery. So this was the stocker that came out of the R1M, and I don't know, what's that thing? Maybe £5, something like that. I need to get a scale for this channel so we can do things officially, as they say. So anyway, that's the stock one. This is the lithium battery. These ones are kind of a lot more common now. I guess, you know, when these batteries were starting to get popular, I think Speed Cell was kind of the battery that everybody was using, but this seems to be the choice right now of a lot of race teams. So this is the guy right here, and wow, that thing weighs nothing. I think on the spec sheet it said it's like 0.9 of a pound. But there you go, so you can guys just see for comparison sizes, but I can tell you this thing weighs a ton compared to this, so that's crazy. So this guy does have, there's two versions of this battery from what Robert at Superbike Unlimited shared with me. There is the YLP07, which is the bigger capacity battery. This thing is good for primarily track use and also light road use as well. There is another version of this guy which was the one I originally picked, which is not as doesn't have as much cranking power ability as the other one, as this one. So Robert actually sent me a message and say, hey, that's not the one you need to get this one. So thanks to SBU, because I would have probably got the lower cranking one, which is only good for a couple of turns of the engine is what I hear. So here we go. So there's the battery case that this thing fits in, and it's a perfect fit. It gives you the model of the battery, obviously you have, so I think that was before, this one's YLP07, which is this one right here. And then below it, it gives you the equivalent batteries that this battery will replace, which is really useful. So right at the very top, I don't know if you guys can make that out, it's a little difficult, but that is the battery, that is this guy. So this battery has the equivalency of power delivery as the one that's coming out, which is good news. So I got the battery hooked up, and I just wanted to make sure that it was charged, and it is. So if the battery is not powered up, it doesn't have full power, this light will turn yellow. So you'll get like a flashing yellow. If it's flashing green like this, it means it's fully charged. So we're good to go. Let's get on with the install. Okay, so let me just turn the bike off. Everything's working, but I had to stop because I had some problems. Let me show you what they were. So on the connectors on this guy, let me just get this out. Okay, so you can see there where that connector's a little bent. The reason it's bent is this thing it's not a great fit. I don't know who designed this thing, but they could have probably done a bit of a better job. Anyway, I had to drill these holes out in the terminals because the screws, the bolts were too big for the standard. I think they're probably, these are 6mm, I believe. I think the ones that come out of the original battery are 4mm. So I tried to put the old screws from the prior battery into this one, and they were too loose in the female part, so I ended up having to use the ones that came with the battery. But that meant I had to drill out the terminals to, I think I drilled them out to 1/4 inch, so they just slide in there. Be really careful if you're going to drill these things. I almost had a pretty nasty accident when I was doing this. The drill bit too hard, and I was just holding it by hand. Yes, I'm an idiot. I should have had it in some kind of clamp. I put it in a clamp afterwards and it was fine. I got lucky. So yeah, you know, you could use vice grips, just hold them while you're, you know, drilling it out. But yeah, if you want to use the stock on a YZF R1, you're gonna have to drill these out to make them work. But anyway, everything looks fine. I'm gonna have to clean this up. This is a mess. So I'm not happy with that. So I may end up replacing this whole thing. The neutral's fine. That works fine. But anyway, so battery's working. I'm gonna fire her up. Let's see if it'll start with the codes that are on. Just gotta get the bike out of neutral. There you go, should be in neutral now. Yeah, so anyway, let's see what happens. It's not gonna start. Guess why? Because there's no